Bob.
I'll make a motion to seal the minutes.
Okay, is there a second?
Wait,
Indefinitely, or?
Non-public,
pardon me?
the minutes of the non-public.
Yes.
Someone could look at them in 10 years.
Second.
Okay, poll.
Yes,
All right, so does anyone want to have any discussion about what we send to the selectmen concerning the sale of this property?
It's not.
Is that what we're talking about? I'm following it, we don't do this very often, so
I know.
I want to
I
make
know
sure we
you
get it
don't.
right.
I know you want to get it right, I understand that. The motion should be what we're gonna recommend to the selectmen. Down there.
I don't wanna do it, I mean, I can make a motion and you guys can see if you like it, and you can, or you can say, I don't know where you're going with this, but, I mean, if you're inclined to sell the property, or if you're inclined to recommend the sale of the property, I would suggest that somebody make a motion to recommend that the Board of Selectmen consider the sale of the property, provided that all of the existing easements remain perpetually, and any utilities, that aren't encumbered, included in an easement, shall be before the property is transferred. And that this only includes the parcel on the west side of River Road, not the triangular piece on the east side.
Okay,
Oh, shoot,
so moved.
now I gotta write that down.
You got it.
I thought you
How
had
was
it
that?
written
Well,
down already.
let's see if it passes first before I write it down.
So moved.
Second.
okay, second, all right, for discussion purposes, John, first of all, is that motion that we're talking about, I wanna make sure we get it clear, there are easements are already there. Those are gonna be
Existing
in place.
easements.
Existing, and then there are utilities which cross that area that
Property.
do not have any,
That may not have them, that have
and
to
may
be
not have any easements.
before.
So that's what we mean when we said this in this motion, am I correct?
That's what he said, yes.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
that
it
they have to
again,
put them in.
because it wasn't perfectly clear on what he said to me anyways. Okay, is there any more discussion on this?
What if we also include the town retains the right for future sewer and underground sewer easements?
Utility.
Okay.
Leave it open as a
Underground utilities easements across the property.
Okay, I'm all right with that. Is there a second on that? Any discussion? Any more thoughts on that?
Motion.
It'll be a second, yeah, it'll be a second condition. So motion maker, you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Second, you all right with that? Everyone understand that?
I didn't hear it. Chris, what'd you say?
Basically maintain the right to
Add
add additional utilities across the property.
Across this border.
So specifically what I'm talking about is the Air Force lines that have been abandoned, they're still there, they haven't been removed, but they really would make sense, they would be a great conduit for anything that's there. Now, the Air Force is very witchy about that, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. They're always concerned about any vapors that are still in there, any minuscule, little droplets of kerosene that's still in there, because kerosene is what we're talking about. All right, it's kerosene, that's what jet fuel is, jet fuel is kerosene, it's just a refined kerosene, that's all it is. Stuff you can take the stuff you burn in your house and put it in the jet, and it will do it if it's filtered out properly. So, that's all we're talking about, but the Air Force is very witchy about turning those things over, because they're concerned about any form of liability, they just wanna get out of here and walk away. I hate to see them take that and fill it with flowable fill, because to me, it's a huge asset, but I heard that they already did it. That's just for a point of discussion, getting on the record, and making sure that we all understand what we're talking about, all right? So we have a motion and a second, is there any more discussion? Everyone ready to vote, or you wanna just hold back?
I have no idea what to do.
I don't know how the rest of the board feels,
I'm ready to
but,
vote.
You're just
We
tired.
put, we put a lot of parameters already on this, and I just, you know, I get, you're much more optimistic than I am. I'm pretty sure that Air Force isn't gonna give us anything and let us put anything through a tube under the Spalding, but it's fine, we can ask for that to be put into perpetuity, but I think it's gonna basically be up to the Board of Selectmen.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter what we recommend, even if we recommend not selling it, they may sell it. So, this is not a binding, you know, this,
No, it's not, it's just a recommendation.
It's not binding, but it goes into transparency. It's,
Right.
one board has already looked at it, and
Yep.
this is what we think, so.
I agree.
So I think it's too valuable to give it up. However, I think we've listed the conditions if selectmen believe it's wiser to do that, to put these conditions on, or to retain these easements, and, future easements across this property.
Anyone else? Ready for a vote? Bob?
I'll abstain.
In favor?
Or do you wish want to vote by raising hands? I don't have to do a poll vote.
I'm gonna vote no. I just think it's too valuable to give up. Whether we get a revenue or not, it's a future estimate.
Yes.
Yes.
Chair says yes, although I'm very reluctant, I'll tell you that, Chris, I'm almost going the other way. But with those conditions on there, I think we protect ourselves. So, all right?
Bruce, you're the only no, right?
Yes.
Any abstentions? Bob was an abstention.
I just don't think I
Yeah.
can vote for something that's recommended.
I think
Yeah.
it's smart, it's smart.
That's why I abstained.
Okay, so John, would you write up a letter,
Yes.
just capturing what we get, and I'd be glad to talk to, I know Bob's here as a selectman's rep, I'd be glad to talk to him. Bob, is that all right if I address the selectmen if they wanted to have any questions on it? I'll go there with you, and it's just a good corridor by which, and the fact there's another pipeline, a pipe that goes to the ground.
Who made the original motion?
Erica,
Erica,
Erica, do you wanna have the chairman sign for us? Part of your motion?
Sure.
that's what usually happens.
Well, the whole board agrees that you're gonna sign for it, that's all.
Oh, right. I have used an abandoned pipeline on Pease with the National Guard, and we did use it for conduit under there. And we just flushed it out, and put solvents in it to flush it out, and water and so forth, there's a whole process of going through and doing it. And they don't like doing it because they're just concerned about any kind of form of liability. All right, I think that's it for the night.
no, we have the minutes of, September 13th.
We didn't,
No,
no.
I don't think so.
Are you?
We did not approve them, but I'm gonna ask us to move them off to the next meeting.
I thought we did.
No, we said we're gonna save them, we're so tight at the end of the night.
Okay.
Yeah, midnight
It
meeting.
was so bad at the end.
And I wanna tell everybody personally, thank you very much for staying so late the other night, it was a long, long night. And their meeting on tonight was an extra. And John would be impressed today real hard about, well, why can't we get an approval tonight? I just wanna let you know that, and I'm glad John stuck to his guns, and good job, so, thank you.
How are we gonna adjourn without Peter here?
I move we adjourn.
I'll second it.
That was a quickie.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I know, I didn't write the chip.
I like that. You got me cracking up.
Because you said these.
Sassy.
No, no.
Take this outside, but if we don't, you know,
Took 3 days, 2 days to make gravy and then they plant parmesan, which is, I know how, and he asked what I would
Just
eat.
real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take all your
And
apples.
he made it.
I just wanted you to know that I think.
3 days.
Do you wanna shut this off?
Yeah, go ahead.
But you have to see